We're doing it! We made it! And if you don't know, the mayor of this town, Dave Pratt, is in the house. And I am Julie Zander, Lifestyle Jewels, and we are here to bring you the 4th annual PCSN Gala. I mean, it might be a little bit different this year because it's virtual, but nonetheless, I think this one is going to go down as the best PCSN Gala ever.
Pika, come on up here. And we're going to slide to Pika right in here.
I'm going to come on off so we can get her in.
Because this lady is making it happen. Hi, Pika.
Hey, Dave.
I want to thank you for giving us the venue for the PCSN Gala and also for being our title sponsor. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be a part of this great organization and for such a great cause. And I'm so grateful to all of you.
Chateau Luxe is the best, most decadent event venue in the entire state. And whether you're doing a corporate event or whether you're doing a wedding or a bar mitzvah or a huge charity event like the PCSN Gala, this is the place.
Right now, I want to introduce our mixologist, PJ Barron from the Valley Ho. Here he is.
And I wanted to personally thank you for your support of PCSN, who provides crucial whole family support to those undergoing cancer treatment. Without your generous donation, none of that would be possible, and for that, you deserve a drink. I'm going to show you how to make it. This is something I designed exclusively for PCSN. This is our summertime sparkler, nice and fresh. These are ingredients that you can find at any grocery store. You go out and make it yourself, make it in big batches for your friends and family. We're going to start with a little muddled cucumber. Get a nice crush in there, get all those great juices out. We're going to do a little Tito's handmade vodka, 100% made in America, distilled from corn, so it's all gluten-free. Nice big shot there. A little golden turmeric, very deep, complex vegetal flavor. Lemonade, of course. Now, like I said, this is going to be a summertime sparkler, so we're going to do lemonade and, when the time comes, a little ginger beer. Now, the most important thing when you make a great cocktail is to shake it up and wake it up, especially if it has any citrus in it. I'm going to do, in addition to the lemonade, just a little fresh yuzu extract. I really love this particular yuzu extract. It's got just a little saline in it. And I know what you're thinking, salt sounds crazy, but you put salt on the edge of your margarita, right? All right, smile while you shake it. Gonna just ice down this glass. Double strain it, make sure we get all these little ice chips out. Gorgeous color there. Beautiful ginger beer. Garnish it with a cucumber. So I'm gonna put my mask on and I'm gonna invite my friend Kelly Lee to come try this.
Thanks, PJ. Let's see what you did. Oh my God, that's really good. Thank you, PJ, that's awesome. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We want to give a special shout out to Tito's Handmade Vodka. They're one of our angel sponsors. We want to thank you guys for all joining us tonight. And if you guys want more drinks with PJ, you can find him at the Hotel Valley Ho any night. Oh my God, it's really good.
Now, as a cancer survivor, I'm very proud to be involved with PCSN. Now, I'll tell you something personal straight out, because that's what tonight's about. About 5 or 6 months ago, I had the need, and I called Jenny, and I said, Jenny, I don't know what to do. It was 15 years ago when I went through my cancer challenge. My mother-in-law was just diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. They were there for me the same way they were there for Alicia and Cindy and Amanda and Angela and Larry. Be blessed and thankful for every day you're healthy. But if it does change, you know that you have friends at PCSN. And Jules, you're a board member of PCSN. Tell us about that and why you are.
So I met Jenny a few years ago because she wound up in my fitness classes, and people come and go from my fitness classes and I have no idea what they do. I just know that they're coming to get a workout from me. And unbeknownst to me, I had no idea about her being the founder of this amazing network. I was busy helping out Bridget Korn, who at 6 years old was diagnosed with bone cancer. And when I met her mom and I found out about it, I said, well, I have to use my platform to help her. How can I help her? And I started doing all sorts of things to draw attention and raise money. And I was on this journey to really help Bridget. And on that journey, Jenny and I became close. And she said, I want to help bridge it. And not only do I want to help bridge it, but I want you on my team, because anybody that goes from out of nowhere, not really even knowing this family, to jumping in and raising money for a stranger is somebody I want on that team. And of course, how could I say no to that? And so since then, Jenny and I have been on this journey of helping patients with cancer and getting fit and looking good and feeling good from the inside out. And that's really what it's all about. And I really truly believe in the whole package, looking and feeling good from the inside out. And any way I can help with that, it's my pleasure. It's just what I love to do. So with that,
thank you for what you do. And as the evening goes on, we'll hear, of course, from Jenny and her father. We'll hear about why. The why is always important. Why her family decided to start PCSN. It's very touching, but I think you'll realize that there's a true heart behind PCSN. And another thing I'm proud of, Ms. Board Member, is that every dime we raise goes to the patients being cared for by PCSN. It doesn't go to admin. It doesn't go to fancy salaries. It goes directly to the patient, so keep that in mind tonight.
And that is unusual, so that is a really huge thing. So when you are purchasing, and I hope you're getting online and bidding right now as we speak, because whatever you bid on, whatever you purchase, it all goes back to cancer patients in the community. So with that, let's kick it off.
Let's learn more.
We've got a video.
When my sister was diagnosed, it was a very different world when it came to cancer care. It also was a very different world in terms of the experience that I had had up until that point. I wanted to help in her honor and her legacy build something that would help other people going through a cancer journey.
I had been traveling for work and came home and wasn't feeling good all week and thought I just had some mild constipation from eating in restaurants and, generally not taking good care of myself at the time. And finally Friday came around and my wife Megan said, we need to go to the emergency room. She goes, something's not right.
Bridget was recovering from her bone biopsy and she was laying on the couch, and I looked at her and I said that what we were hoping for as a bone infection was in fact cancer.
We did the CT scan and they came back and said, we found a mass on your colon. They did a biopsy, it came back as colon cancer. At that time, they also found spots in my liver.
It's the worst words that you could ever hear as a parent, that your child has cancer. And she was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, which is a very aggressive type of bone cancer.
To be diagnosed at 38 years old, you feel alone.
We were overwhelmed by everything because everything was happening so fast. But as soon as I called Jenny, I felt a sense of calmness, like that's going to be okay.
Hi everybody, I'm Jenny. This is my dad, Jeff.
How do you do?
We haven't been social distancing, the two of us, because we're immediate family. So I'm gonna invite you to take your mask off.
Yes.
But do please be safe wherever you are. And I can feel you all watching us, and I can really feel all of the support and the love. So thank you so much for being here tonight. We started Phoenix Cancer Support Network 4 years ago to honor the life of my sister Annie, who passed away from a very rare type of bone cancer called Ewing sarcoma. Annie was 21 when she was diagnosed with cancer and 24 when she passed away. And since that time, I have dedicated my career to the oncology space and helping patients and helping doctors treating patients who have cancer. And from our personal journey, as well as from what I see every day at work, I've noticed that there are significant gaps in the way that we handle cancer care. And I looked at my parents and I said, we got to do something about this. This is unacceptable. People can't get better if they don't have a full scope of help. And we had no money at the time for it, but we had a group of amazing, like-minded people who got around my kitchen table and said, we're in, and Phoenix Cancer Support Network was born. So we truly are a network in the true sense of the word network. And because we've been a true network, we've grown because of you. You are part of our network. Your generosity, it's what makes the network possible for these people. Together, we have been able to serve over 300 cancer patients and their families in the last 4 years. We've provided free house cleaning, in-home non-medical caregiving in partnership with AmeriCare Scottsdale. We've provided groceries, transportation in partnership with Envoy America. We provided dental implants for someone whose mouth was so destroyed by radiation treatment. You provided that for him. We provided quality wigs and mastectomy fittings for patients who can't afford to do that otherwise through our partnership with Tina's Treasures. Our amazing volunteers have fostered and walked pets and dogs and other animals while people are in the hospital. We've been able to provide safe housing for clients in treatment whose air conditioning broke in the middle of the summer, and we put them in a hotel and then sent in our free volunteer attorney to go in and fight for her with a slumlord who wouldn't cool her apartment properly. We've delivered with your help through our partnership with the Joy Bus. None of this would have been done without you. Everything I have learned in my life about being compassionate and being loving and caring for others has come from what I've learned from my dad and my mom, Nancy. We took a terrible situation and we turned it into a way to help others. I asked my parents for help 4 years ago to get this thing going, and they said yes. And to keep it going, I'm asking you all, please continue to help support us so we can keep doing good for people. Why, Dad? Do you want to say anything about why PCSN is important as a physician and a caregiver?
Yeah, I'll tell you. You go through life, you think everything is fine. You raise 3 children, my son Ben, Jenny, my oldest, and Annie, my youngest daughter. Suddenly, you learn what the expression means for your life to turn on a dime. Annie was healthy, doing well. She was out in Tucson at the University of Arizona. And when she came home for summer vacation, she said, you know, I've got pain in my hip. Before she went off to be a camp counselor, we scanned her hip, didn't have the results right away. She went to camp, and the next day I went down to the radiologist. I'm a physician, and took one look at her scan, and I fell on the floor, literally fell on the floor. I knew that she had something bad. I prayed for lymphoma because it's somewhat treatable, but it turned out to be Ewing sarcoma, one of the worst cancers known to man and women. So we take it from there. We became caregivers. I had to stop working. I had to stay in the hospital. And I'll tell you, when you become a caregiver, you find out who your friends are. We got support from very few people. We had tremendous help from Jenny, my daughter, my son Ben, but it was on Nancy and I. She went through 2 bone marrow transplants, and that meant a month in the hospital, and we lived with her for that month. My wife was on her bed with her for 30 days. Twice. We didn't have resources. I was in the medical world. I treated patients with cancer all the time. But I had to learn for myself what it was like to feel the impact of cancer in my family. Unfortunately, after a year in remission, Annie passed at the age of 24. We started advocating for parents who lost adult children. There's nothing out there for parents who lose children in young adulthood. That helped us a bit. We came out to Phoenix, and I had the privilege of working at a cancer hospital with cancer patients for 10 years. During that time, many of my patients would have problems that they just didn't know what to do. They needed money for their electric bills. They needed to have somebody walk their dogs. They needed to get food on their table for their families, and there was nothing out there. And then my brilliant daughter came up with the idea of PCSN. And because of that, I witnessed, even in my own practice, several patients who had help from PCSN. There were patients who didn't know where to go, didn't know what to do. They called Jenny. She stepped in. The volunteers helped. The Joy Bus helped. Envoy helped. Everyone helped. And these patients felt like they weren't alone. And I think that was the worst part. We felt, as the 5 of us, were alone. Now there's a resource to make that better. And that's why we're doing what we're doing.
Thanks, Dad. Beautiful. So for the reasons that my dad mentioned from a physician perspective, there's another physician in our community that I want to honor tonight who really thinks about patients in a similar way. Dr. Devinder Singh of Arizona Center for Cancer Care and the Virginia G. Piper Cancer Care Network. Dr. Singh is one of the most caring, loving, compassionate physicians that I've ever had the privilege of working with. And one thing so specific about Dr. Singh is that he realizes that there are limits to what can be done in cancer care in the clinic. And he calls on PCSN to support his patients outside of the clinic because his philosophy is always putting patients first. So for those reasons, we honor Dr. Singh this year for Phoenix Cancer Support Network's Gala. And we know, Dr. Singh, you wanted to be here tonight, but due to COVID, we had to limit. So we know you're watching, we love you, and we thank you for all the work you do in the community.
Thank you.
So while we're so proud of everything that we have done, and we're so grateful to physicians like Dr. Singh, there are thousands and thousands of people that we can't support that keep me up at night. I think about these people. Because of you, we've been able to build programming and needs around what people need that they can't currently get. A great example in my mind is during COVID, the American Cancer Society was no longer to be able to provide transportation to patients to doctor's appointments. So the American Cancer Society is calling Phoenix Cancer Support Network to help cancer patients get to the doctor.
Glad to help them out.
I mean, and thanks to Envoy America, we've been able to provide a safe and reliable transportation for these people during a pandemic. Blows my mind that we were able to step in and help that way. We've been partnering with AmeriCare Scottsdale, so if people need to have caregiving inside their house, we have an amazing team of people that we partner with who take care of patients in a way that we are only okay with. The problem becomes when these people need 12 to 15 to 24 hours of care every day, and we can only afford to send 8 hours a week. That's what keeps me up at night. These people need help, and we can't afford to help as many people for as many hours as they need the help. We cannot do it without donors like you. So please know every single penny that you donate, every dollar that you bid on something, every single cent goes directly to helping these people and serving these people. This is a labor of love, and it's a legacy in my sister's honor. So now I'd like to throw it to one of our clients that we're helping currently. Casey is just, and Bridget, and let them kind of share with you some of the amazing things that PCSN has done.
Some of the services PCSN has provided for us, and some of them were super simple. Just having someone sit down and go through my medical bills with me. Because you get out of a surgery, you start these treatments, and they're billing stuff that you have no idea what it is. And you don't know which one to pay first or how to manage the bills.
I was really worried about the kids and their mental health and, you know, how are they going to handle this? PCSN was really helpful with that.
One of the most amazing things that they did was to provide us support when my husband needed help with the house and when we came home to make sure it was a safe and beautiful environment for Bridget.
Taking that pressure off and knowing that, you know, people are out there fighting for you, because yeah, again, it's one of those, it deflates you, you know, especially when you deal with the insurance company, because they just, it's so hard.
They do all of the things that the larger organizations can't do. They're not there to call and talk to you about situations, the larger organizations. Jenny's there. I can give her a call and ask her from a friend basis. I can also call and ask her to help us with little things that other organizations don't do. An electrician, for other families, it's rides, it's food, it's gas cards, whatever somebody would need at a time like that. PCSN is there to fill the gaps that other organizations can't do.
Cancer is such a hard thing because it not only affects your body, but it affects everything around you. The fact that they can take some of that burden off your shoulders so that you can focus on getting healthy and getting better, that's huge. It's huge. I don't know who else does that.
Guidance.
A wonderful resource.
Hope.
Kindness.
Love.
Cool.
Community.
Relentless.
Selfless.
Comfort.
Incredible.
Peace of mind.
Saving grace.
Annie.
Awesome.
Well, hello there, everyone. My name is Bobby D, and I'm with Inspire Hearts and Call to Auction. And I'm so excited to be here with you. And remember, PCSN is to make the number one priority, provide safe and reliable, compassionate service to each and every client in every interaction. You know that cancer journey is scary. And what we're here to do tonight is to help provide that comfort, that support, that hope, that love. Will Evans is going to inspire us in song and drive away that darkness. So please, if you would, enjoy Will Evans.
Oh, my child, you can feel it coming, waves across the sea. Hold my eyes as in crashes over. Tell me what it means. If we've only this night, will we divide or conquer? It only takes one light to drive out the darkness and prosper. Hold me close, I'm falling out of reach. I can hear the spirits calling me, and my body I must sleep. All my relations come to welcome me. Suddenly I have reached the surface. Everything has changed. Feel a breath and a deeper focus. Never look the same. If we've only this night, will we divide or conquer? It only takes one light to drive out the darkness and prosper. Only close, I'm falling out of reach. I can hear the spirits calling me, my body I must leave. All my relations come to welcome me. I'm falling out of reach. We'll fall from the ground beneath. My body I must leave. Landing in the stars above, I understood.
Wow, friends. I mean, that's what it's all about. It only takes light to drive away the darkness, and that's what you all are. You are all little points of light tonight, and every time you make that donation, you're providing that light for someone that could be living through darkness, and you could be that hope. And I have a story that I want to share with you here. Well, an individual that you might have met a little bit earlier. His name's Casey. And Casey's got a little bit of an update of where he's at, right now in his cancer journey, and talk a little bit about how you have helped Phoenix Cancer Support Network help Casey. So take a look at this.
Sorry I couldn't be there tonight. I'm going through treatment this week, so I wanted to record this ahead of time so that I could be part of this because this means a lot to me. I will give you guys a quick update. 2 Fridays ago, I went into the emergency room with severe back pain. They diagnosed me with 3 more spots on my spine. So new treatments, new changes in my plan, but through it all, PCSN has come through. With the doctors they helped me find previous to this, when I was sitting in the emergency room, I spoke with the ER doc shortly after they walked out to get my discharge papers. Both my oncologist and the radio oncologist had called me, had appointments set up and ready to rip for Monday morning. And this was all late Friday afternoon. So it gave me a lot of peace going into the weekend that I had a plan and I wasn't just floating, waiting to see what the next step was. And this is all made possible by donors like you. Your generosity helps everyone in this network, everyone that's receiving services, whether it's from something as simple as getting a ride to helping find the right doctors, to helping us with our billing and understanding what's going on, to just having an advocate go to our appointments with us so that we can have questions answered and be able to focus on what the doctors are talking about.
Wow, Casey. I mean, think of how scary that would be to wake up one morning and be like, wow, there's some pain here. I think there's something going on and I need to figure out what this is. And to be able to go and get seen right away. And then all of that behind the scenes work is happening from doctors talking to doctors and getting those things scheduled. And then to provide that sense of relief and that sense of comfort for Casey and his family over that weekend, to know that he's taken care of. Does anybody else have goosebumps? I'm totally getting goosebumps now. Look at this. Look at this. Can we get over the $10,000 mark? I know we can do this and get us a third of the way to the goal. But now's that time to give and make that happen. Now, friends, there's so many other chances to give. And you know what? I want to look at that. We're at 30% of our goal. We've done this. Our friends right there at Chateau Lux have donated $1,000. Chateau Lux Topeka, thank you so much. So here it is. Dave Pratt of Star Worldwide Networks is offering up this next live auction item. Now, this is a podcast, your own live or on-demand show with archive live stream, posts on the internet, and Star Worldwide Networks produces this for you. And Star Worldwide is not just a production company, a network. They're also a full-on marketing firm. But Dave, Jules, let's give Dave Pratt a big round of applause for donating this. Take it away, Will.
On the wings of a prayer, well, she wanted me home, and I was already there. And if you carry me inside of your heart, well, I'm never away, and we're never apart, no. Wisdom seeking from up above, time will come, and shed your pain. Blossom when the white to blossom. Dreamer, have I waited too long? If the light fades away, will this moment be gone? No, I'll carry you, 'cause you light up the dark. For your body, my candle, love is the spark. Yeah. Wisdom is sinking, I'm up the bar. The time will come, we'll shed your plate and blossom. On the white to blossom. You know I want to.
Oh my God. Will Evans, my new favorite artist. It's just, wow. You can feel that love. That's awesome. Dave and Julie, I think we've got something really, really yummy coming up in a second.
All right, we're back. And you know what? I'm kind of hungry. Are you hungry, Dave?
I am hungry.
All right, Chef Royer, show us what you got.
Welcome to the Phoenix Cancer Support Network. Thank you all for attending tonight. PJ, I'd like to tell you thank you for this wonderful, delicious summertime sparkler. So tonight we'll be going ahead and doing some quick, easy, accessible dinners that you can do from your home prior to going to appointments. Should be no more than like 20 minutes cooking time. So that's kind of the goal, is to have something quick, easy, and delicious. So we're going to start out by laying 2 pieces of salmon down. A lot of times you'll get them pre-cut like this, so we're going to do one. Also going to throw on 2 salmon on a saute pan. Just in case you don't have a grill, you can always cook it from the stove. You know, roughly about 4 minutes aside. Really don't have to flip it, move it around, just leave it on there. Be able to tell once it's cooking through, you can see the edges and see how well it's done. So when you're doing the asparagus, you can just go ahead and cut off about 1 inch off the bottom. You can go ahead and either blanch them or just go straight to the grill and have them grilling up. For most items in what you're cooking, vegetables, proteins, salt and pepper is just magic. Got some fingerling potatoes down here. You can hear how wonderful these sound. So what I'll end up doing is pull the salmon off once I know they're ready. I'll just have them rest for a minute. I'm gonna make a lemon butter dill sauce for the salmon. Go ahead, I've got some butter and some dill. Make sure the seeds don't go in there. But I'm gonna go ahead and start plating. Got Kelly Lee right next to me. She's going to be doing some taste testing of the dishes that I prepared today.
Chef Don, they look fantastic, but honestly, there's no way I can eat all of this. I mean, I could, but I probably shouldn't. So I'm going to ask a couple people to come help me. I want Fred. Fred helps us with legal. And then I want Jason from Prior Sight. He does all of our AT. So you guys are going to help me taste this. Oh my God, it's so good.
And now we're going to go ahead and try the peach cobbler my way. It's going to be peach cobbler grilled or sauteed peaches. And we've got vanilla ice cream with some organic granola from Shannon's Kitchen, a local lady here in Phoenix. Go ahead and take a taste. Thank you, Chateau Lux. Thank you, Topeka, Hannah, and the team here at Chateau Lux. Thank you for allowing me to come in your kitchen and cook. It was a great day for the Phoenix Cancer Support Network. Thank you so much.
Big thank you to Chef Don Royer. Thank you for your time and your expertise. Really enjoyed it and we learned some stuff. Also want to say a big thank you to the people at Chateau Lux and Topeka.
Thanks so much, Kelly Lee, and thank you, Chef Royer, and thank you
gosh.
again to Chateau Lux for letting us use their beautiful kitchen to do that awesome cooking demo. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors once again, because I am just so honored that they have all put such faith in helping us get this production and this virtual gala off the ground. So Chateau Lux, Firesight has done an amazing job as our tech team. Thank you guys. High Road, the Virginia G. Piper Cancer Care Network, Arizona Center for Cancer Care, Daylight Films, ABF Printing and Marketing, Green Living Magazine, Love Tito's and Tito's Handmade Vodka, Dave Pratt's Star Worldwide Network, Lifestyle Jewels, Prime Hospice, Caris Life Sciences, Expressions, Naturopathic Specialists, Temple Solel, and Tap Local. Thank you all so much for your sponsorship. We couldn't do this without you. Really want to give a shout out and thank BJ Barron, Chef Don Royer, and Will Evans for helping us tonight and being our entertainment for the evening. I loved watching them, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I want to thank Dave Pratt and Julie and Bobby D. You guys, I love you. You're hilarious, and you brought so much fun and love with you in your hosting tonight, so thank you. I want to make sure to thank the Korn family and the Rogalski family, the beautiful families that allow us to serve them and allowed us to be a part of their night. Were a part of our night tonight. I can't see that. Sam, my husband, our beautiful children, Ari, Elliot, and Gia. My mom, my dad, Jeff and Nancy Weber, my brother and sister-in-law, Kim and Ben Weber. The amount that you guys support me is just, there are no words, clearly. I want to thank all of our amazing ASU interns who not only help us every single day with clients and answering phone calls and making sure that people are taken care of, but also they're here tonight supporting us and helping us run our computers and doing all of the cool things that I'm too old to do. So thank you, ASU interns, Adam, Kaylee, Sonia, Gabby, Daniel, and Catherine. Thank you guys so much. I want to thank our amazing board of directors and volunteers. My dad, as you met, Dr. Weber, is our chairman of the board. We have Mark Carufi, Dr. Glenn Weiss, Raphael Sheffield, Jory Davis, Julie Zander, Melinda McMullen, and our student board representative is Arjun Morthy and Alice Brangan. And finally, I want to thank two very special board members, Fred and Andrea Diaz, who are responsible for this entire production. They volunteered, they've been with us since the beginning, they sat around my kitchen table, and they're family. And they do this for nothing but because they love taking care of and helping people, and they believe in what we're doing, and they brought all this together. So Fred and Andrea, thank you. And again, thank you guys so much for donating and giving, and just, my sister is smiling on us because we're gonna help people in her honor. And thank you, Annie, for giving me this opportunity for the ability to help others in your honor.